Selina was a beautiful village hidden amidst the mountains. Its pathways, rivers, mountains, and lush fields enhanced the natural beauty of the village. The people here lived simply, immersed in their work, and were known for their noble nature. Every corner of Selina was filled with fragrant breezes of love, and the villagers believed that the moon here had a magical power to light up the hearts with love. Elias, a farmer from a humble family in the village, lived a simple life. He worked tirelessly in his fields during the day and would spend his evenings by the river pondering over his fate. He had no grand ambitions except for finding love one day and living a simple life. On the other hand, Maria was the only daughter of the village's powerful landlord, Chaudhry Sahib. She was a beautiful and soft-hearted girl, but she felt a void in her life. Despite having all the luxuries, she was always questioning her existence. Her father, Chaudhry Sahib, valued only his honor and the family's wealth, and Maria could never confide her heart to anyone. Every year, a fair was held in Selina, where the entire village and nearby areas would gather. It was a celebration full of color, fragrance, and light, and the faces of the people were filled with joy. Elias had come to the fair with his sister, and Maria was with her father. During the fair, as the sounds of laughter, music, and dancing filled the air, Maria's dupatta was blown by the wind and fell into the river. Panicked, she rushed towards the riverbank to retrieve it. At that moment, Elias, who was nearby, picked up the dupatta and handed it to her. "Is this your dupatta?" Elias said gently. Maria looked at him in surprise and then smiled. "Yes, thank you." It was their first meeting, but something special happened in that moment. It was as if love had quietly found its way into their hearts. After the fair, Elias and Maria's meetings became more frequent. Maria, who had always searched for something special in her life, began to understand Elias's simplicity and the deep emotions hidden in his heart. Elias, in turn, saw in Maria a soft love that brought peace to his soul. Whenever he spoke to her, it felt like his every word reached Maria's heart. One day, as they sat by the riverbank, Maria said, "Elias, have you ever felt that we are so different from each other? You are a farmer, and I am the daughter of a wealthy family. There are all the barriers of the world between us." Elias smiled and replied, "Maria, in love, there are no barriers. Whoever speaks from the heart can understand." These words touched Maria deeply, and she began to feel that her life now had the color of love, something she had never felt before. A few days later, when Maria's father found out about their meetings, he was furious. Chaudhry Sahib, who always prioritized his family's honor and dignity, sternly told Maria, "You do not have the right to love this farmer. It goes against our honor." Maria tried to explain to him that love was not about class, but Chaudhry Sahib's heart had hardened. He ordered her to stop seeing Elias. Maria made many efforts, but she knew that she couldn't go against her father's wishes. She hid her love for Elias in her heart and wrote him a letter saying, "The desire to meet you will always live in my heart, but I must respect my parents' decision. I will always remember you in my prayers." Elias replied to her letter, saying, "Maria, your love will always remain in my heart. Your prayers will always give me strength, and I will always pray for your happiness." Maria's condition deteriorated. Her heart was broken due to being separated from Elias. Her parents realized that their daughter was in deep emotional distress, and they finally decided to set her free. They knew that Maria's happiness was only with Elias. A few months later, when Maria had recovered, her parents allowed Elias to return to the village. Their reunion took place on a moonlit night. This time, they were able to openly express their love for each other and share their hearts under the moonlight. In Selina's village, Elias and Maria's wedding seemed like a dream come true. The villagers always remembered their love story, knowing that true love always leads to success when it comes from pure hearts. On moonlit nights when anyone sat by the river's edge, this story would give them the strength to live on in their hearts. Elias and Maria's love became not just an example for them, but for the entire village.